Good morning. You're watching the news here at CNN News 18. My name is Toya Singh. It's 9 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. We're going to walk you through all of the country's top stories right here on the show. Our first few focuses are political stories. Our first story comes to us from West Bengal, where even as the Mamata Banerjee-led West Bengal police has refused to permit the BJP from having their rally, they're calling it the March to Nabana. Leaders of the main opposition in the state said that they would continue with their march to protest against corruption in the Trinamool government. You might remember, if you've been following the news over the last few weeks, the Trinamool Congress government in West Bengal has been rocked by multiple charges of corruption against their leaders and ministers. Images of bundles of cash being taken in have been widely circulated. The TMC has continued to maintain that it's a misuse of central agencies like the ED and the CBI in West Bengal. Now, already police have detained workers in Raniganj, which is a part of West Bengal, saying that the rally is illegal. The West Bengal BJP has arranged trains through which they were taking their workers from different parts of West Bengal to the area where the rally was going to be held. 3 rallies are going to be taking place together. They're going to be led by BJP union ministers of state. They're also going to have the party's national vice president and the leader of opposition all present. This is a big day that the BJP has spent multiple days working up towards. Let's go over to my colleague Kamalika Singh Gupta. She's our digital editor. She's with us right now to bring us an overview of the situation. Kamalika, I believe Kolkata has seen particularly bad weather over the last few days. Keeping that in mind, what does today look like?
Yeah, absolutely. You're rightly pointing, as you have pointed out, the weather in West Bengal, Calcutta and in and around Kolkata it's been pouring heavily since last night. And the forecast is also that the rain will continue. So, in this such a condition, BJP though has for the last 1 month, they have really they have built up the campaign and they have built up this March campaign of today's movement. And let me tell you that after 2021 results, this is the first such big movement that has been organized by the BJP, where we'll see that the leader of opposition, Shubhendu Adhikari, he will be marching from one side. Sukanta Majumdar, who is the BJP state chief, he will be marching from another side. And Dilip Ghosh, who is the vice president of BJP, will also march from the other side. But this rally does not have any, so politically it is very significant, though Mamata Banerjee herself is not there will not be there in the secretariat because she has district administrative meetings in Mednipur. But let me tell you that the administrative wise, this meeting does not have, in these rallies, does not have any legal permission. Because Nabanno area, the secretariat area is 144 is imposed there. So police will not allow anybody to Nabanno. They have stopped them in several areas. So since both already letters have been written to BJP leaders by Kolkata Police Commissioner Vinit Goel and Howrah Police Commissioner Praveen Kumar. So the police is up, in their duty that they will not allow any person to come anywhere near Nabanno. So it has all started from the district since yesterday. That's what BJP's also allegation is, that police has stopped them from boarding the train. BJP has booked 7 special trains for their workers to come to these areas to join this rally. But since yesterday, they have been stopped everywhere. BJP's allegation is Trinamool Congress police, and that's why they are doing so. On the other hand, though there is no direct statement from police, but what we are getting it from the sources everywhere, police is saying, since this rally is illegal, there may be a law and order issue. So since this rally is illegal, they cannot allow people who will go there and join this rally. So, you are getting these visuals as we have seen in Raniganj, we have seen in Birbhum, yesterday it was Alipurduar. Every nook and corner, the police will definitely make sure that none of the workers can come till Nabanno. And there is a very strict 3-tier security system in and around Nabanno with steel gates, with bamboo fencing, 5 water cannons are ready. So every arrangement, drone monitoring is there. On the other hand, the BJP workers too, they really want to make it their big day. So they are coming all their way. A lot of them are coming all their way. That's what we are getting sources. But whether it seems to also be playing for the TMC government. But BJP leader today in the morning, Dilip Ghosh himself has said, come what may, they'll sit there where the police will stop there, and they are going to continue their agitation there itself.
Okay. Kamalika, more questions for you now. If you could just explain to our audiences, what is the mood on the ground across West Bengal? I ask because our audiences might know that in West Bengal, almost week after week, we've seen photos of corruption raids being carried out by central agencies, large bundles of cash. And I know in many of those cases, obviously, they've been linked to TMC leaders. How have these controversies over the last few days affected the TMC support base, if at all?
See, there are two sides of it. Obviously, Partho Chatterjee's case where, from Partho Chatterjee's close age, huge amount of money came out from Arpita's house. That really had an effect. That really had a huge effect on the people at large. And that's why Trinamool Congress had to take steps to remove Partho Chatterjee from all of his posts and ministry. So that had an impact on people. But as far as Anubrata Mandal was, when he was arrested in cattle smuggling and the other cases that are there that are running, there is two sections. Like one section obviously is saying that this is not right, this is not what Bengal has been known for, and they are really feeling bad for it. There is some amount of effect on the Partho Chatterjee case. But on the other hand, the way continuously Trinamool leaders have been called by ED and CBI, the Trinamool portion is saying that this is absolutely conspiracy. So, there is, on ground, there is an effect. I'll not say there is no effect. There is an effect of, such amount of cash the people of Bengal have never seen. That such amount of cash is recovered from somebody's residence. Even 3 days back, there's this businessman from Calcutta from whom's residence almost 18 crore money was recovered. But on the other hand, since in line the Trinamool Congress leaders, including Abhishek Banerjee, has been called by ED and CBI, the TMC is trying to project that, see, because we are opposition, because the state is opposition, BJP is doing a vindictive politics. But on ground, there has been some effect, obviously, on the Partho Chatterjee case, because huge amount of money has been seen. People are discussing about that. But how much of that will have its reflection in Panchayat vote? That is to be seen. But obviously, on ground, Partho Chatterjee's this huge cash recovery and these visuals are still haunting people there in ground in Bengal.
Okay, and Kamalika, when it comes to the actual organization of the protest today, I know that the TMC mouthpiece was saying that the BJP spent, I think, somewhere up to 3 crores on trains to organize to bring in their workers from around the state. On the other side, our colleague Shugata was saying that's actually not unprecedented. You see this kind of activity take place on both sides of the political spectrum. Could you bring us more details?
Yeah, this is not something new. This has been from time immemorial, from the left days. This march, this movement, and people have been brought, like buses are rented and all those things. But the fact that what Trinamool Congress is pointing out this time, that 7 trains have been booked. So that amount of money is something which Trinamool is trying to project, which is a huge amount. But as obviously Shogata also pointed out, that during 21st July, huge number of buses do come in from various districts. So obviously, TMC will give this allegation that huge amount of money is spent on this. On the other hand, when there is a big rally from TMC, then BJP will say how state machineries are used. Okay. So this is the allegation game that will go on in West Bengal. From the left days, we have seen such huge rallies and how that is organized. But obviously, this time the trains were booked, and that came as a weapon to Trinamool Congress. But when there are big rallies,
if I could just request you to stay with us, we have Rahul Sinha from the West Bengal